hlylom vdhlvb Szorg Vzer of those that were, those that are, and those that are to come. hlylom vdhlvb Szorg Vzer. We connect to the energy. hlylom vdhlvb Szorg Vzer. We connect to the memory. hlylom vdhlvb Szorg Vzer. We connect to the legacy. Barbara E. Shirley, June 23rd, 1996. Lena F. Maggard, October 28th, 1989. Mabel L. Dalton, August 9th, 1980. Coffee cup. I wonder if there was a coffee offering, something made. Eddie Dalton Jr., May 5th, 2006. Linda Dalton, glass cock, 2013, 12/20. What is it? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's not, there's not writing with that. Gone but not forgotten, although we are apart, your spirit lives on with us forever. Keep within our hearts. Wilda Dalton Stout, September 29th, 2001. Kathy D. Galloway, October 24th, 2005. 15, I mean. Was that a candle? I wonder the significance of this scarf, but let's start here on the 6th row. Paul Gary McJunkin, May 6th, 1948. Della M. McJunkin, September 7th, 2007. And Paul Gary McJunkin, South Carolina, World War II. And sort of that tombstone is going to go away. But, Louis James Moser, June 15th, 1957. Annie Ma Moser, November 15th, 1980. Louis James Moser Jr., Private U.S. Army, World War II, February 9th, 1988. Anis Addie Lee Moser, January 3rd, 1998. Gertha W. Littleton, January 15th, 1969. We can't, per se, make judgments, but we can certainly, family certainly hopes for certain things. Samuel Newton Littleton, Mommy, U.S. Navy Reserve, World War II, March 21st, 1948. Johnny H. Wilson, Reppy Tennick, I don't know what all that is. March 25th, 1948. A technical unit, maybe. Mary Melinda Wilson, October 23rd, 1960. Wilford W. Wilson, April 22nd, 1967. World War II, Army, Repel Tank Center. I don't know all the abbreviations. Far from it. Harold C. Durham, February 19th, 1948. Ernestine Durham Gaston, August 1st, 1979. Melvin K. McNeely, January 11th, 2017. Daisy Ma, May 11th, 2008. Happy Mother's Day, so at least from last year. Lily M. Stokes, 2001. Clifton Stokes, 1946. Shelby Jean Stokes Gravely, March 23rd, 2008. Woodman of the World, okay. Joanne M. Stokes, born in 1935. James R. Stokes, 2006. A lot of churches treat it like you're not really Christian if you haven't been, sated in one's own way. I do agree with the idea that if you haven't hit puberty, what does anything like that count? Evelyn Brown Fulbright, November 19th, 2012. Horace Clifton Fulbright, May 11th, 1992. Edward E. Brown, December 5th, 1981. Maggie Brown Whitfield, May 12th, 1945. We've already talked about that asleep-in thing, about how that's the doctrine of Paul's followers. Nellie Brown Patterson, July 15th, 1978. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. Of course, remember that heaven and earth are metaphors. Marion S. McCracken, May 12th, 1940. Edna McCracken, October 10th, 1997. And Martha H. Williams, January 8th, 2014. Jimmy E., September 9, 1937 was his birth. So he's not buried here yet. One wonders where some of these fake flowers have blown off from. But it's certainly the modern thing to have fake flowers in the graveyards. Okay. H. E. Smith, January 14, 1937. Gone but not forgotten. Oh. Gotta check to see if there's anything written on this. Sometimes there is. Nope. Huh, that doesn't even appear to be from this section. Same thing with some of that. Jack H. Smith, 1938. And this, Norman Smith, South Carolina, PVT, GDR, 1900. Oh, born in 1900. Born September 1900, October 1900. Okay, so an infant. Wait. No, that can't be. 1900, 28th. Was that supposed to be an 18? 1930. Okay, that doesn't look right. Because you can't be a vet and be born and died in the same year. Oh, 1930. 1930 must be the death. September 28th, 1930. Okay, that makes more sense. Talmadge El Dune, December 16th, 1936. Minnie B. Dune, December 10th, 1929. LDWBD. Some of these they let lie where they are. I guess they picked that up. Ow. Maud L, wife of T.F. Lankford, March 10th, 1927. Thomas F. Lankford, November 16th, 1932. W.P. Coffin, September 24th, 1915. Amanda Brum Kauthen, February 21st, 1949. Maud W. Bolt, April 7th, 1989. Thomas A. Bolt, December 21st, 2002. Edna H. Bolt, February 21st, 1960. Clifton D. Bolt, May 13th, 1922. GDB, EHB, TAB, and MWB. Lenhart, Louis Hester Lenhart, November 12th, 1968. William Higgard Lenhart, August 5th, 1968. Charles M. Hester, December 28th, 1963. World War I field, some sort of field officer, I don't know. Susie L. Hester, February 12th, 1931. Richard A. Hester, January 29th, 1925. R.A.H. S.L.H. Not stuck in one place, but I felt a little something there. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is an infant mortality, or at least a child. E.B. Jr., son of Mr. and Mrs. E.B. Kinnemore, September 23rd, 1927. Isn't that the equinox some years? The Edward B. Kinnemore, January 8th, 1958. Laura Esther C. Kenmore, July 7th, 1967. Going from our home, but not our heart. Okay. And Jesse Vandiver Cobb, May 21st, 1928. His wife, Nancy Wilson Cobb, May 24th, 1950. And is this a... Anthony Ellenberg, April 11th, 1942. Emma C. Ellenberg, June 15th, 1950. And Ronald W. Owens, January 20th, 1960.
I think the I pray the Lord my soul to keep thing is an adaptation from some crusaders of the Islamic bedtime prayer. Well, one of them. Wales G. Owens, July 20th, 1961. Sam E. Owens, Jr., August 3rd, 1967. Archie Lee Owens, November 5th, 1967. Furman Lee Owens, World War II. What does PFC stand for? November 14th, 1958. SEO. Mary Jane Harrison, wife of J. West Owens, November 30th, 1930. Samuel E. Sr., Owens Sr., April 18th, 1952. Lila Brown Owens, August 4th, 1963. Bessie Irene Brown, February 9th, 1965. What does that mean? This is at a odd angle. Maybe it slid a little, that's why there's this gravel, which may be newer. Or maybe not, I don't know. Geneve O. Chapman, October 9th, 1993. Earl R. Chapman, January 15th, 1962. Earl Russell Chapman, January 15th, 1962. At least those ones the Army will replace as time goes by. So there's been a lot of requests to replace even ones that people say, oh, it's part of American history, so don't make a deal about it. Roy D. Ellenberg, August 4th, 1948. Willie Earl Ellenberg, November 16th, March 4th, 1996. Mary Lou Ellenberg, February 29th, 1924. The lost, to sight, to memory, dear. Okay. Ernest M. Ellenberg, March 8th, 1945. Lily Stewart Ellenberg, December 25th, 1985. Cherished and loved, you now grace heaven. Your sweet smile, you built a monument of love in the hearts of all who knew you. Hollis K. Ellenberg Hamid, July 27th, 2011. May her memory forever live through the unconditional love she gave to all she met. Well, very difficult to unconditional for all, but wasn't tested for all, was it? Benny Duckworth, July 8th, 1973. Marjorie D. McCravey, June 25th, 1981. Edwin P. McCravey, statesman and author, January 27th, 1942. One usually doesn't see this sort of grave with an adult, but, usually, but, I mean, it's not like that's McGravy. A. Calvin McMahon, May 13th, 1922. Truman L. Campbell, May 7th, 1981. Elizabeth McMahon Campbell, June 4th, 2009. Truman L. Campbell Jr., January 1st, 2008. Jeanette L. Perry, wife of James A. Brown, July 27th, 1960. Mammy Perry, wife of L.O. Golightly, June 9th, 1927. Golightly, is that how you say it? Artie Brown Looper, daughter of James A. and Jeanette P. Brown,
January 14, 1962.
Robert Andrew Ramy, son of Andrew and Oli, October 2nd, 1935. Most of the ones that very specifically list their parents are child deaths, and that's an example of that. Andrew William Ramy, February 9th, 1913. Oh, is he still alive? Ollie Brock Ramy, July 16, 1912. Doubts. Lillian Fennell, is it Fennell or Fenai, wife of Boris W. Ramy, April 3rd, 1971. Burris W. Ramy, November 24th, 1930. Turner. Louis C., August 6th, 1964. Arkana Dunn Turner, March 25th, 1940. So, living relative, I'm sure. Okay, let's... Edward G. Smith, World War II, engineer, combat, something. February 21st, 1970. Margaret Ella Snipes Dunn, January 29th, 1941. Barbara June Ferguson, October 15th, 2009. William W. Ferguson, May 10, 2002. Molly Lorraine, January 13, 1963. Rada Turnip Strugus, 1940. Mary L. Hensley, wife of N.W. Turnpin, August 7th, 1947. Napoleon W. Turnpin, November 20th, 1946. Allie Joyce Tumblin Turnpin, March 12th, 1976. Robert Hensley Turnspin, January 5th, 1992. Korean vet. Charles F. Davis, September 12th, 1990. Eva Turnpin Davis, December 21st, 2000. Alan Frank Turnpin, December 28th, 1959. Louis James Hill, January 23rd, 1962. Ada Woodsburg Hill, January 29th, 1962. Louis Irene Hill, February 6th, 1948. And Bagwell. Homer L. Bagwell Sr., February 1st, 1948. Garnett Ralph Bagwell, World War II vet, February 16, 1982. And Let's... Eubanks. A B. Is there some... I feel like there might have been something off there. Dillard. Mara Cantrell, July 8th, 1969. Joe R. Dillard, April 1st, 1947. Ressie Ma Dillard, September 20th, 1990. Mara C. Dillard, July 8th, 1968. Joe R. Dillard, April 1st, 1947. Bobby Joe Dillard, August 10th, 2007. Dorothy M. Dillard, January 27th, 2013. Alexander. If one notices, I have videos on Alexander the Great going up, but I have a lot of content on my channel, so feel free to look through other stuff on the Greek list or other lists. Lala Lee Alexander, July 14, 1911. Mary Estelle Holcomb Alexander, February 4th, 1970. R. Napoleon Alexander, May 30th, 1948. Burnett Alexander, 1969. Beati Major Alexander, March 8th, 1992. Gladys Mullenix Alexander, September 19th, 2001. Neil June Estes, May 19th, 2005. Ray J. Barnes, May 1st, 1946. Maddie S. Barnes, October 14, 1962. Andrew Barnes, August 8th, 1940. One never has to buy chives, one can just visit the graveyard. Barnes. Minnie B. Dunn, February 3rd, 1977. Leonard J. Dunn, December 7th, 1970. Noblet, sort of a Hindu gesture, some would say, but goes beyond that. Anita Noblet, October 18, 2007. Mary D. Noblet, November 23rd, 1974. James G. Noblet, October 15, 1978. C. Ray, son of Mr. and Mrs. L.L. Waldrop, November 2nd, 1934. Well, at least I had over a year with him. Loving member of Gladiator Couch, Noblet, June 22nd, 2002. Louis C. Butch, Noblet, August 28th, 1993. Kenneth Harold Noblet, June 29th, 1991. James E. Noblet Jr., June 20th, 1984. Lee Wilborn White, October 28th, 1951. Millicent Des Furman, wife of Larry W. White, March 29th, 2006. Larry W. White, June 11, 2014. I expected older with that one, but let's look at this. Firmus in Christo. Coat of arms of the Furman group. Margaret Elizabeth Whitney, March 23rd, 1999. William Baker Furman Jr., February 18, 2010. Son of William B. Furman, MD. Ruth de Saussure, March 2nd, 1969. Second wife of Furman. William Baker Furman, MD, May 21st, 1940. Millicent D. Saussure, wife of William B. Furman, December 4th, 1925. Annie Swain, wife of Dr. James L. Bolt, July 18, 1955. James L. Bolt, MD, April 11th, 1938. Lala Poole Bolt, October 24th, 1931. Helen Bolt, December 8th, 1979. That's not as interesting as the last one, but that's fair pattern. Florence C. Bolt, September 25th, 1980. R. Henry Bolt, February 8th, 1960. Thomas B. Looper, July 6, 1956. Texie Ann Looper, January 31st, 1942. Josiah Trotter, April 20th, 1937. Looper. Ernest L. Looper, March 29, 1897. Mary S. Looper, February 5th, 1899. So whenever that finally came, their death dates, perhaps they died elsewhere. Rennie Looper, March 9, 1968. Lawrence E. The Willis, August 26, 1994. And James M. Smith, 1950. Lily N. Smith, 1927. Harold Smith, 1927. HS. And Robbie L. Norris, April 8th, 1977. World War II and Korea. GT.